Hi everyone, this is Jules. Welcome to my full Eternity Isle tour. I honestly never thought I would say that one day. When I started playing, Eternity Isle was already out and it was not necessarily overwhelming for me, but I just didn't like it. I didn't find it fitting. It was big, it was like, yeah, I don't know, I just didn't like it. But today is a very different saying because, hey Max, I am finally mostly done with Eternity Isle, which is crazy for me. Let me unequip this very quickly and let's start with the docks. So I went with a very wild ruins idea. Let me turn this on. I tried to clean as much as I could and I tried to turn as many lights as I could on, but obviously stuff still happened. But yeah, I went with a very ruins aesthetic. Think of it as an old pirate grove that has not been, like, it's been abandoned, but there's still a little bit of passage. Basically, you know, Jack Sparrow abandoned on the island with nobody ever coming by, but then actually there was a rum business happening. So it's basically that. I wanted to feel like a village, like a place where pirates could come and rest a bit. There's a cafe, there's a bakery, but also it's not that lived in. So you see there's a lot of foliage, there's a lot of nothingness happening around, lots of treasures that was abandoned, but yeah, I really like this place. For the longest time, Ancient's Landing and the docks, I didn't know, oh gosh, I missed so many things. I didn't know what to do with them, and now I have the feeling that I'm finally able to do something, you know. Let me just have Max finish this up. Obviously, apologies for this. But yeah, so I obviously put Minnie's old clock in here. I had a couple in my inventory because I never used them. I thought it was matching quite well. Again, lots of the new treasure chests and pirate treasures. I put the, oh gosh, it's everywhere. They just keep respawning at an alarming rate. I put the lost and found here just because I wanted something kind of central. I had the fountain on the other side, but I did want something quite central here. I put a lot of these old Atlantis statues, ancient civilization statues, because I really like them, but they cost so much stone. So I haven't been able to put as many as I want because I'm very much running out of stones. I placed the Hollywood Tower of Terror here just because I needed something that was matching, and it was big and it had the orange roofs, so I quite like it in here. But I've kept it otherwise quite bare. I used to do a small Neverland across the pond, but I really just gave up on it. I didn't like it. You can find a few of the water stuff and the boat. I did put Prince Eric's ship at the end of the dock. I do like this shot, just mostly because I really wanted it to have like a real pirate ship around. As you can see, I'm obviously going to do some overviews and everything. I added more of the castle walls to give again that same ruin aesthetic. I placed Eric's statue here with a few of the under the sea musical instrument because I wanted it to feel, you see there's an incense burner and everything. I wanted it to feel like an offering to the King of the Sea. So yes, Eric is the King of the Sea in my mind. Sorry about that, Poseidon, but yeah, I do like Eric as the King of the Sea. He did marry a princess of the sea. So yeah, lots of foliage. I placed the seaside villa here just because I wanted it to have another house skin. A little door. I placed it quite sneakily. I placed the coral door in the back to imagine that if Ariel or if a mermaid is coming in, she's not completely out of her depth when she walks in. And yeah, lots of the pirate stuff. I placed a little tent here, lots of the pirate wheels. Again, lots of the treasures. I do try to have a crafting station in each of my biome, and obviously because Eternity Isle is so big, I do have a crafting station in most of the little bits of the biomes. I wanted to keep this open as much as possible, but I do like those two big ancient civilization towers over here. Again, the same fountain that I love, and a bit of the treasure chest, just to keep everything kind of like matching as much as possible. Yes, again, I use a lot of foliage. Oh, thank you, Jasmine. We're about to go and see your palace gardens, actually. Like a lot of other people, I made the dunes into Agrabah, and I love it. So yeah, so you can see it's quite full of stuff. It's quite full of foliage and flowers and things, but I quite like it, actually. I think the docks is I wouldn't mind living here. You know, it's a nice place to hang out and sip a coffee and maybe trade a few treasures with some other pirates. Again, I put a crafting station here just in case. So yeah, I did a market, lots of earth jars. Every stall is a bit different.
I don't think my ancestors ever imagined we'd voyage to a place like this.
Yeah, I'm happy you like it, Moana. Again, I put a lot of crates. Oh, hello there. I did miss you. I placed some of the carpets. Again, lots of like what you would find in a pirate market. You find some stuff that should not happen, like the coffee machine. But I wanted it to still feel quite wild and quite natural. I didn't want to have anything too futuristic. So for me, it's still very much an old looking place. Lots of castle walls in here. Lots of yeah, lots of ruins. So every mining node is available as usual. But I really wanted to have the feeling of like a castle that has been abandoned a long time ago. So nature has taken its toll and has reclaimed everything. Oh, that was very unexpected. I do like that. Merlin just sleeping in a... I wanted to create some little libraries and places where you could have a magician or a wizard coming in and doing some potions and studying the stars. So it's actually very fitting that Merlin is here right now. But yeah, again, I put a lot of veggie stalls, very much like a marketplace. Again, the pirate treasures, another little library, mostly to fill in the blanks. And lots of those pieces of woods. I put a few benches so people can sit. And yeah, I wanted it to feel a bit magical, but not too whimsical. You know, mostly like just something old and where nature has its rights and nature has claimed it back. So here's a flower shop. But yeah, I kept everything very natural. And my idea originally was for the overlook, sorry, to be a secret place for a witch or wizard who actually has been around here. It's funny that Merlin's still around. But yeah, I wanted the rest to feel very naturey, very wild, but I wanted this to feel lived in, because for me, my idea... Ooh, can I actually do something? Oh, it was the light above. I thought it was the cauldron for a second. I'm like, you can't do anything with the cauldron. I wanted a witch or a wizard to be around here and to live and do some potions and have taken the place without anybody else knowing. So I did put Hades's throne here and some of the lights just because I felt like it. And I wanted this witch or wizard to really feel like, again, Max? To really feel like they own this bit of the place. You know, they really have powered it up. So, yeah. It's quite empty, but I quite like it. I wanted to have this statue in here. And weirdly, this, I've never been able to take it out of Eternity Isle. I've been too scared of it to actually be completely taken off. So I've left it here. But I quite like it. So here are my ducks.
I love waking up with the early birds.
Hey Jasmine, hey Aladdin. Before we move on to the courtyard, I do like this view with the robot in the back. Before we move on to the courtyard, let me show you an overview of everything. So as you can see, there's a lot of the castle walls. I followed the natural borders of the biome. I didn't want to have too much in the middle, so you see that there's a lot of just like following the natural borders. It does bother me because some of the stuff fall in the interstices, but honestly, it's fine. But yeah, my problem with this, and it's a me situation, is that I have some very empty spaces in the middle. By keeping everything castle-wise to the outskirts of the biome, I do have empty spaces, so it was a question of filling in those spaces, you know. I wanted to create a separation here between what was going to be the rest of everything and the beginning of what I was thinking was the castle. So yeah, you can see how the castle is fitting. Feel free to, sorry if I'm a bit fast, feel free to pause and draw some inspiration from it. I wanted to keep like palm trees and lots of pirate chests and treasures, just lots of things happening. So as you can see, this is a lot more empty, mostly because I didn't feel like having any more. I might just add some foliage or add some of the stones at some point, but for now I quite like it like that. So yeah, you can see the ship, a bit more of the castle walls. I really wanted to have everything matching quite a bit. So yeah, these are my dogs. I will take some photos and post them very soon. But you can see what it looks like. Let's move on to the courtyard, shall we? So for the courtyard, I kept this
I hope there aren't any ruffians around.
I kept this pirate vibe going, but I wanted it to be a bit more manicured. So I have my main house here. I have Scrooge's shop. I literally just put the Monsters Inc. House because I needed something a bit more like a town core. But yeah, I created a little bit of a secret card place here for a map table. And again, lots of those barrels, lots of the pirate wheels. I placed the V8 gas station here, mostly because I didn't know what else to put there, but it probably is going to leave. Oh, there is a glitch. I hope the glitch is still working. I really hope the glitch is still working. Yes. So this is my favorite glitch in the entire game. If I can keep it like that, I would absolutely love to. Please, Game Loft. But yeah, so here is a little bit of a bar. Again, it's a bit more manicured. Somebody in the community had the idea of putting this scarecrow in the back of this ugly duckling bar, and I just love it. So thank you for that. Whoever made it first, it was not me. I'm giving credit back. Again, the crafting table, I needed to have it close to the well. And just a bunch of of the same pirates vibe. I do have Remy in here as well because again I wanted it a bit more manicured, but still the nature is like a bit all over, you know. My main house is here. I placed the Victorian house here because I quite liked it. I thought it fitted this area very well. It's fitting this entire space. and I quite like it. But yeah, you can see some of the pirate treasures, another one of the fountain, lots of these ancient civilization stones, and yeah, just all around quite a bit of a pirate vibe here, just waiting for Atlantis to show up. So now we're going to move on to let me check, let me choose. Let's go with the glittering dunes first, for the very simple reason that I have done a grassland tour a couple days ago, so I will keep that for the end, and I will make it a bit shorter. Feel free to go and watch the full grassland tour on my YouTube channel. You're probably already on my YouTube channel, but feel free to go and catch it on another video. So the glittering dunes was actually the first biome that I fully decorated, and Agrabah, obviously the second Aladdin and Jasmine came over, it was a done deal for me. It had to be Agrabah.
You're a really good leader for this valley.
I placed obviously a lot of those sand fountains, lots of the Agrabah walls. I wanted it to feel, I wanted it to feel like Agrabah, but I still wanted to have everything separated. So as you can see, here is the market. I have two different markets. So this is more like the common market, the market for, I want to say regular people. The market where Aladdin would have met Jasmine. You know, the market where everybody can find something for their own price and no stress about anything. I did put a lot of stuff in different stalls, but you'll see that there are some stalls which are still empty, just for the very simple reason that I was afraid of my item limit and I didn't want to mess around too much. But yeah, I do have a figurine stall, I do have another flower stall, a food stall, there was a pottery stall, a tea place, carpet stall. There's a lot of things. But again, it's like the common market. And Aladdin's right here. Hey Al. If we're going for here, we're gonna start for here first. I wanted it to be a bit more of a high-end market. So this would be the market where if Jasmine could go out, she would shop here. So you have musical instruments. So those are stuff that are not necessarily needed, you know, by oh, again Max by the rest of the world. I will pick that up later, but this one for example is still empty, you see. Another one of the little miniatures, a very fancy bathtub, because obviously that's where Jasmine would get her bathtub. I put the stalls here also again because I wanted to feel a little bit more high-end. This one is as well empty. But we have tea, we have lounging, we have Goofy stall and Gaston stall, some outfits. So yeah, again, stuff that are not necessarily needed, but they were pretty and I wanted to include them in the market. A seamstress with a bunch of outfits, some books. So not stuff that you would, sorry about that, not stuff that you would necessarily get from a regular market. So no food, nothing like that. I did place all of these in here just because I wanted to have them in a one bit of a place. I'm going to go here first. This would be the absolute upper end market. So I see this as an extension of the palace. The palace which is in the back, which I will get to in a minute. But yeah, for me this is where Jasmine is allowed here, and Jasmine would lounge in here having tea with her maids and just enjoying the view and overlooking the rest of the market. So I did want it to have a very lush feeling, but again not being too crowded. The palace is on the right and I will come back to it. You know what? Let me actually go for here. So here is my Agrabah palace. I am quite in love with it, to be honest. I wanted it to feel very lush, very full of colors, for me, it should not, money is not a problem, you know? So I placed Aladdin and Jasmine's house and the desert palace in here, but I will come back to it in a minute.
Sunshine, check. All right, everyone, let's enjoy ourselves a great day.
Yeah, let's enjoy a great day. Thank you, Buzz. So again, I have my little crafting table in here, and everything is golden. Everything is full of sand fountains. The date trees are in here because I wanted them to look nice. There's a cooking station, the one that actually works fast. Lots of gold. Very lush place. Again, I wanted to have some stuff that did not exist or should not exist in the dunes. Lots of pinks, lots of very colorful plants. Also, I am fully expecting it to rain at some point because I've been on the game for an hour or two and it hasn't rained yet, so I'm pretty sure it's going to start pouring soon. But yeah, I actually started it off by just creating the walls and the outline of the walls, and I just kept on going from there. But yeah, as you can see, lots of lush vegetation. And here in the back, I wanted to create, so this little area, oh thanks Max, I wanted to have like a secret tree that Jasmine could go to and spend some time there. So that was my idea. I wanted it to be like a little bit of her secret garden, but her actual garden, let me take care of this very quickly. Her actual garden is here, and this might be one of my favorite spots in the entire valleys, plural. This is Jasmine's garden. Think of it as the one where she escapes, the one where Raja is. I cannot wait to have Raja in the game. Please, Game Love, bring Raja into the game. But yeah, this is really Jasmine's go-to place. So she lives in an environment that is full of gold, full of water, even if it's the desert. Yeah, there is so much to explore here, Jasmine. We go back up here to the crafting table and the way to the palace. But yes, this bit is probably one of my favorite. Like this view with the Jasmine fountain and everything is just, I just love it. I just love this place. If there is one thing that I might change, it would be probably the flowers around this fountain. I might switch them around at some point, but for now I quite like them. I wanted to still have quite a bit of symmetry. Moana is dancing.
What a perfect day for sailing.
It is a perfect day for sailing. And I really see it as like Jasmine just coming here, lounging, enjoying herself. You know, having lots of waterfalls, lots of water, lots of lush greenery everywhere.
Whoa, it's almost as sunny as Agrabah.
It is as sunny as Agrabah, Aladdin. It is Agrabah. So yeah, so we are going into the oasis now. I am giving you a full disclaimer. The oasis was created by somebody in the community. I think it was Derist, I cannot pronounce it. I'm so sorry if I'm butchering your name, but I absolutely stole that from this person. It is a wonderful build that they did, and honestly, the oasis as a like 5-star resort looks gorgeous. So thank you for this. It's I just saw it and I fell in love with it. The idea of like having just the cozy house and the lounging, just fully, you know, like a full rest with lots of swimming pools, a natural lake with a fountain, and the top is the place where everybody just hangs out. You have a bar, you can dance around, you have a bigger pool. Thank you to Style Path from a couple Style Paths ago that forced me to craft 2 of these. Yeah, and you can just sit around, enjoy the view with Max, and yeah, just taking a look over the waterfall, you know, just enjoying the time here. So yeah,
It's such a beautiful day.
this is my glittering dunes. I realize I haven't done that little bit here. I really do love this fountain, so I try to put it in as many places as I can. So yeah, let me go back towards Agrabah. So I wanted it to be, again, very full of colors, very lush, full of flowers that shouldn't be here. So I put a lot of the magnolia trees, I put some of the Isabella stuff. Obviously a lot of the Aladdin and Jasmine furniture. But yeah, here we are. And I'm going to do a little overview. So if we start off with the palace, you see how the desert house is set, and I have Aladdin and Jasmine right in front of it. I really went again with the natural borders of the biome, so I wanted to keep the tiger head open as much as possible. Again, sorry about the yawning. It is quite early where I am. Obviously all the mining nodes and everything is available. Lots of gold on the floor. Here's Jasmine's garden. So all the walls around. Lots of the dune trees, because I really like them in here. Lots of the carpets as well. The golden towers do a lovely reflection on the sunlight, so I wanted to keep it very much like this. So yeah, and then the oasis. Oops, sorry. Trying to keep everything smooth for you guys. So yeah, once you place the big items, everything else is just filling. I have a feeling it's filling. Yeah, I have not slept enough. So yeah, and then the waterfalls, the big tent again, some bamboo. Yeah, and then we're going back towards the market. So again, I wanted to have a full separation. So yes, I know we can go through, but honestly, it was just a matter of time before I actually close this off and I really make the market separated from the palace. Again, Jasmine's not allowed to come out. So yeah, you can see how the market's still looking beautiful, still looking vibrant. I placed a well in this place. I mean, I placed both wells quite close to each other for once, but I wanted to be quite central. And I didn't really have any other place where it would be nicely fitting, so I kept it there. I didn't want it by the palace, so yeah. And then obviously we have the other palace in the background. But yeah, so here it is. I hope you guys are liking it. I'm going to zoom in a little bit so you guys can see a little bit more of the palace. I unfortunately did not do a speed build of that. I did this build quite a few months ago now, when Aladdin and Jasmine came out, and I haven't been able to do a speed build. It took me days and weeks to actually finish this. I am a person who builds in sections, so I would have one idea and then I would run out of juice and run out of energy in my creative dispositions, and then I would just like start fresh the next day. So yeah, it was quite complicated to do a speed build video, but at least you see how things are laid out. and how it's happening. And I really, really like the glittering dunes. Like, it's once Aladdin and Jasmine came in, it just made sense. Like, honestly, it was a deserted waste before that. There was nothing. There was literally nothing happening. And then all I needed was Aladdin and Jasmine. And then boom. Okay. Let's go to... Yes. Let's go back around, because we're enjoying the tour. And let's go to the last biome, the wild tangle. I will not go through here. Let me actually go all the way back around. Very briefly. Oops.
This Dreamlight. You're doing quite well.
Thank you. Okay, we are back to our in-between. Let me change my outfit very quickly. I have prepped them in advance. And here we are. So I have done a grasslands full video. I will be a little bit shorter on the video right now today, because I think we've been here long enough. But this is my Fairycore town. I love this vibe. I love this view. For me, I was looking for something to do with the wild tangle, and I was struggling for a long time. So when this house came back into the premium shop and I was finally able to get it, the Tinkerbell house that I'm crossing beneath right now, I knew I had to use it for the Fairycore vibe. I wanted to be very lush, very pink, very green, full of colors. Really, like, imagine fairies are living around here. Obviously the Neverland base river is here, and I love it. I kept everything open into the back because I wanted to be able to access the mighty node, to access the river. So obviously all of this is reachable. I will go slightly faster. I place some of Alice's stuff, but mostly it's just very much pinks and greens and foliage and lush stuff. Again, a crafting table, because we need one in every bit of a biome. Some of the tangle lights, the fairy table. I did put Moana's house in here because I thought the colors were matching quite well and I quite liked it. If I go up here, just a bit more of the lush feeling, and thank you, Max. And yeah, just a lot of vegetation and greens. Going in here, here's my Encanto build, which is my latest build. I did that literally yesterday, 2 days ago, and I'm in love with it. Starlight Lilia Games did this centerpiece, and I took it from her, so thank you, girl, because this was what I needed to create my Encanto build. I made a bit of a river here, obviously the mini casita. I placed the balloon trees, some of them in here, just because I wanted to have that lovely color coming out. I wanted the casita build to be full of colors, very lush. Again, lots of trees, lots of bushes. This is the inside, so I placed the madrigal table, obviously, because the madrigals are having a family dinner, and we love them for that. And I can hear you, Max. Thank you very much. So yeah, so this is Encanto in the Grove, because I really like it. And I think it looks quite nice here. The colors match quite well. And this is a build that Tasha in Pixelland gave me the idea for, because she used that greenhouse and I didn't know what to do with the grasslands. And just using that gorgeous greenhouse was the best thing ever. So thank you for this, Tasha. It's mostly just a main centerpiece with the big house. And around, I actually realized I have not gone through here, so let me just go back quickly. Ha! I got you, Max. Yeah, the Magnolia Arch. And I used, oh gosh, I had cleaned up everything, clearly not good enough. So if we're going back to the Fairycore, I did place the teapot house here. And obviously we're going back to the main fountain. I placed a teapot house here just because I needed something to fill in the blanks. And again, as you can see, lots of lost trees, lots of I love these, the purple and the pink flowers in here. So yeah, let me go back through here and go the other side. I do like this view a lot. I apologize for the few bits and pieces that I've missed, obviously, but you can see that everything is reachable. I made sure to have everything available, every mining node, so we can go through here, go to the mining node here, every bit of river. So this is mostly just fillers. I really just wanted to have a feeling of a wild bit. So it's very lush, it's full of trees, full of greenery, and I just really wanted it to feel like a jungle. I placed the well here because it's quite central in the biome. Sorry, it's very top heavy, so my head is coming out a bit. But yeah, and through here we obviously go back towards the greenhouse. Let me go in the back and go back up another level. So again, lots of trees, lots of tangle vibes. I love those bushes with the wide not flower, leaves. Thank you, I was looking for that word. I placed this it's not a fountain, it's a whatever this is called. Sorry, I'm blanking here, my mind is not working. I placed it here because I wanted it to be a little center point for this upper level. And obviously we can go to the trowel, which I have not touched, but it looks pretty. I'm still very much waiting for a lot more Atlantis, so please, game love, bring us Atlantis, and then I will redo everything. But yeah, as you can see, we're going back into the grasslands. I used a lot of these gazebos. I do like some symmetry, so you see there's another one on the other side. They are different colors, but the symmetry is still quite working. So yeah, I put a little bit of a path towards here because I just wanted to have access to the river and the mining node. Oops. And yeah, so you see the other side with the gigantic boat in the top. I do like that boat, actually. And if we go down here, we are going to the lagoon. So the lagoon is actually the very first bit of a biome that I've done and that hasn't moved when I've been doing Eternity Isle. For the longest time, my entire island was nothingness except for the orchard. So I wanted it to be tangle themed because we got a Rapunzel from the wild tangle, so I wanted to keep her in here. So I have her house here. And the rest is mostly an orchard of everything that is growing in this biome and in this island. So we have a little bike, some pumpkins, an outhouse, goofy stall, obviously tangled colors. I put the ugly duckling tavern here because, like Aurora did last time, Rapunzel needs a drink every now and then. Again, another crafting table, and I placed every single fruit and bushes except the couple ones that we have in the dunes, the dates and the other ones that I wanted to keep there, but everything else is here just because I wanted to have everything in one spot. And you can see I did a little coffee spot, which I honestly might redo at some point because I'm not fully happy with it. But again, this biome has been here for so long now. Yes, Max, go and do that. But yeah, I wanted it to feel very much like just an orchard and a place that you could come and rest and have, you know, like a bit of a nice time around here. So we have the lagoon. I wanted to have the feeling like the water is actually watering all of these plants, you know what I mean? So yeah, and we go through here, and this is mostly just fillers, to be honest. I just wanted to create this little section as fillers because it was empty for the longest time, and I didn't have enough of the, well, I didn't have any more of the orchard. I might add some more to it, actually. I was also a bit worried about my item limit, but yeah, I placed a companion home here just to match up with Rapunzel, but weirdly they're not coming out, so I don't know what's going on. But yeah, I do love those grapevines. I do love them.
It's almost as sunny as Agrabah.
Thank you, Ella. But yeah, so I really wanted to have a feeling of like a full orchard with some fruits and veggies being sold and just existing here. And yeah, so this is it. This is my Eternity Isle. I hope it's giving you plenty of ideas. I will do a little overview of this, obviously. If you like it, please feel free to subscribe and follow. My Instagram is JulesPlays9, and I also do lives on Twitch, and obviously I post every single one of my builds on YouTube, so you can go and catch them. I did do a full Valley tour build, walking tour with the little bit of Eternity Isle that I had done, and my original Valley and the Storybook Vale, but obviously Eternity Isle has had quite a bit of a rebrand still, so feel free to go and check this one out. But this is the updated Eternity Isle version, so you can see my my orchard is very manicured. I quite like it. And then the Encanto in the Grove, and the Fairycore. I'll go a little bit more in details here. Sorry for the hand popping everything. So yeah, feel free to pause and take a look and inspire yourself as much as you want from here. I do like the vibe of the wild tangle. It was honestly, it was tough originally to like. It's such a big space that actually like filling it is quite tough, I think. So kudos to everybody who's done it, because I have a feeling I've been wigging my way. Oops, sorry about that. But yeah, if you just use the same type of trees, the same type of foliage, you will end up having something quite homogeneous. Is that how you say it? Ooh, did I not do an overview of the courtyard? Let me fix this right now. Here is an overview of the courtyard. With my favorite well. So as you can see, I've used a lot of the natural borders of each of the biomes, and then I've been filling it in the middle. So yeah, let me go back to the front and we will finish the tour there. I hope you liked it. I hope it gave you plenty of ideas. I am, just so you know, I am at just under 5,000 out of 6,000 items, which honestly I'm quite surprised. I was expecting a lot more. My main valley, I'm at like over 5,000, so I am seeing the end in sight quite soon. But yeah, So I will stay in front of this and I will finish my tour here. This was Jules. Thank you so much for being with me on this tour and accompanying me. I hope you liked it. Feel free to let me know if it sparked your imagination and your inspirations. And I will see you on the next one. This was the full Eternity Isle tour. Thank you so much, and I'll see you soon. Bye!